Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about conditions of contract. In the previous video we just saw what all the essentials of contract or contract document are there. Now we are seeing conditions of contract. If you haven't watched that video, please go check that out in my channel, as that is the prerequisite or the basic understanding of this is there in that video. Please go watch that video. Coming to this video, in this we are discussing about conditions of contract and also the general conditions of contract. If conditions are to be discussed, it includes the terms and conditions of the contract. What all the terms and conditions based on which the contract has been accepted, that will be given in this. It includes rates inclusive of materials, transport, labor and all other agreements necessary for completion of work. Okay. It includes the rates of the various items, including with the materials, transportation, labor and what all agreements that are necessary for the completion of work. Amount of security money that has to be paid for this tender. Okay. Time for completion of work. The time that the accepted party require to complete the work that has been accepted. Progress to be maintained. That is the work, how it is completed at successive levels at different stages. Okay. Penalty for unsatisfactory and bad work, for failure in maintaining progress and for delay in completion of work. See, initially we will maintain some progress, right? We will also promise them that at this level, that is up to the end of the 6th month, we will complete this up to the first floor. Okay. If it is not completed, that is we have to pay some penalty for unsatisfactory and bad work, for failure in maintaining progress. See, first of all, the penalty should be levied for not maintaining progress, that is no development of work has been done. And second, even if the work has been done with unsatisfactory or failure, bad work, then that is also not accepted. Mode of payment: running account payment, final payment and security money refund. See, mode of payment is whatever the payments that the owner would be releasing on timely basis. What is the mode? That is, would he be drafting a check or money would be given? What all the modes are there? That has to be mentioned. Okay. Final payment, running account payment, that is what payment at what intervals will be released. Also the security money refund, whatever the security money that the accepted party has paid initially would be refunded once the work is completed. That is, at what stage this money would be refunded, also to be mentioned in this condition. Extension of time limit of contract. In some severe conditions where the work has not been completed, some extra time allowance would be given to the accepted party to complete the work. Even that has to be mentioned in these conditions of contract. Rules for employment and termination of contract. Also, on what conditions the contract that has been accepted would be terminated. Okay. Also, for the employment of the labor or any mazdoors, some rules are levied. Okay. The minimum wages and compensation to be paid to the laborers is also mentioned in this. We also have some general conditions of the contract. See, initially the conditions of contract will contain all these. Okay. But when I am talking about the general conditions of contract, they are as follows. See, these are the general conditions which may even vary. Okay. I told you the conditions of contract in detail in the first part. But in the second part, generally I am just explaining what all conditions can be there for a project, which can be varied. Okay. Coming to this part, contractor shall deposit 10% of estimated cost. That is, the estimated cost of the project that has been undertaken. that the accepted party accepted to complete the work, right? See, if this contract is based on some completion of some building, okay, let us just think this is around 20 crores, okay, that is the estimated amount of this project. So 10% of this 10 crores has to be deposited by the contractor as some security money. We also discussed this in these conditions of contract, also in the essentials of contract, right? So, or this amount may be collected gradually from the running account bill of the contractor. See, generally the contractor need to pay total amount, the total security money initially, but sometimes we will give the chance for the contractor to pay it gradually, that is at some successive periods. Contractors shall have to complete the work by specified date and have to maintain a monthly progress. See, I will give you an example. See, if we have a 5-story building, let us take a 5-story building as an example. In the first year, you have just completed 2 stories. Okay. And in the next year, you are completing it suddenly. You are completing all the 3 stories. That is, no perfect monthly progress has been maintained. Suddenly, you are just increasing the speed of your construction. Initially, you were just constructing 1 to 2 story. But in the final year, you are completing the entire building without maintaining monthly progress. Okay, even if the monthly progress has not been maintained and the construction is completed, it is not as per the conditions that are initially accepted. So that is not at all accepted. He has to complete it by the specified date, that is already mentioned. That is, I will be completing the work by the end of next year, this month, this date. Okay, it should be completed by then. Also, he has to maintain the monthly progress. Okay, monthly he has to complete story by story. Okay. If contractor fails in maintaining the progress or completing the work in time, he is liable for compensation or penalty, in any part or whole of the security money may be forfeited. We discussed this in our previous points also. That is, whenever we are failing to satisfy the conditions that are already accepted, we will have to pay some penalty. Okay. And sometimes when it is more than the accepted one, that is more than acceptable part, the security money which we have deposited initially will also be taken by that company, which will also be forfeited by the company. Okay. Time may be extended by the competent authority on written application of the contractor on valid reasons. If you mention some valid reasons, by requesting them to extend the time of the contract completion, the time to complete this accepted work, they will be increasing it. Running account payment has to be made to the contractor from time to time as the work progress. Okay. Whenever the work has been done by maintaining some progress, the running account payment is the account through which the owner would be paying the amount to the contractor on a timely basis. Okay. The cost of the materials issued to the contractor shall be deducted from the running bill. Okay. The bill has to be maintained showing all the materials that have been issued. Okay. See, initially I am saying that all this money for 50 kg cement, 25 kg aggregates, okay, but already that has been given to the contractor. That has to be deducted over here. Okay, once given, that has to be deducted. If progress of work is not satisfactory, a separate debitable agency may be engaged, chargeable to the original contract. Originally the contract was made for 50 lakhs, but if the progress has not been maintained, we have some debitable agency which would be they will be charging for that also, which can increase the amount. Like initially it was 50 lakhs, it can now increase to 60 or 75 lakhs. Okay. The contract may be terminated for bad work, unsatisfactory progress, and part of fully security money may be forfeited. Already been discussed. Contractor has to execute the work as per altered specifications and design if such alterations are done by the competent authority. See, initially you have accepted the work for 5-story building, but the competent authority wants that to be increased or any changes have to be made to that, You should also be completing as per the new specifications mentioned by the competent authority. Compensation to workmen shall be paid to the contractor for any accident or damage. That is, whenever a workman or any mazdoor caught into an accident, the damage has been done, the contractor is responsible to pay that amount. Okay. For any claim or dispute, the decision of superintending engineer is final. That is, when we are having any dispute during the contract, the decision taken by the superintending engineer is final. That is it for this video, guys. Please like, share, comment to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you watching this video. Please do subscribe the channel. That would greatly help me. Thank you.